Hello, everyone. We're going to get started with a new session at the Innovation Hub. Please feel free to take a seat, relax, join us. We're going to have Dish talking about their fiber and what new opportunities it will bring for integrators. Frank DeFilippis is the General Manager of Sales at Dish LLC. He has led Dish's custom integration program since 2014. He draws from 20 plus years of technology, sales, and marketing, including 7 years as an integrator. Frank's business experiences also include tech startups in Atlanta, New York, and Silicon Valley, and indirect marketing with Apple. Please welcome Frank.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, everybody. It's great to be with you here today. Today we're going to talk about fiber optic technology and what the opportunity that might present for the integration community. As an integrator myself for many years, I appreciate it very much when vendors and service providers speak directly to me on how I can provide more value to my customers, my service area, and how I can grow my business in the future. And so that's really what we're here to talk about today, right? So why fiber and why now? Multifamily construction in the United States has been on the rise for nearly 10 years now, recovering nicely from its peak we had 10, 12 years ago, right? This is true in all areas of the country. The South and the West lead new construction, but new construction for multifamily communities is up nationwide. Now, when we talk about multifamily communities, what types of properties are we talking about? We're talking about apartments, condominiums, we're talking about senior living facilities, we're talking about student housing, right? We're even talking about master planned communities, right, that are under construction in many suburban areas around the country today and planned. And the good news is that more than 3/4 of all multifamily new construction is in the high-end and luxury categories. Okay. That is great news for integrators, right? High-end and luxury tend to be great customers of connected living applications, great customers of community-wide use cases, right? These are consumers of bandwidth. These are people that love entertainment, right? So there's great opportunities for integrators in higher-end communities. My name is Frank DeFilippis. I'm the General Manager of Sales for Dish, specifically focused on custom integrators. I am your advocate at Dish. I understand and empathize with your needs and your customer base, and I am your champion for finding new applications and opportunities within my company and sphere of influence at Dish. So thanks for joining us today. Why is connectivity so important in multifamily, and why is fiber the answer? Well, connectivity's been important now for a couple of decades, increasing every year, right? The pandemic really accelerated that over the last couple of years. And in multifamily communities, connectivity is paramount. And so the new trend that I'm here to talk to you about today is called managed Wi-Fi. It's enabled through fiber optic technology, but it's the service and the resident experience that is what we're really after, right? And the way we get there is through a bulk economic model, which means that as residents move into a multifamily community, the same way that they can turn the water on and turn the lights on as soon as they walk in the door, residents should be able to use the internet and the Wi-Fi the second they walk in. They should not have to pick up the phone and prearrange with a local service provider to have that service. That should be a service that's provided by building management, by the owner, by the operator, right? And provided to you in a very easy to use manner so that when I move in, it's instantly on. Well, we happen to know from research and common sense that every resident wants this. And the right time to move a service from retail, individual owner selected, to bulk community-wide is when it's a service that literally everybody wants. And I think we arrived at that place several years ago when it comes to connectivity, and then the pandemic just put an exclamation point on it. There are no residents in any demographic in any part of the country that don't want high-performance internet in their residency. In fact, residents now demand high performance. And what the pandemic taught us was that asynchronous connections, your typical 300 meg down, 10 meg up, which works great for 1 or 2 people watching Netflix, completely falls apart when you've got 4 or 5 family members doing two-way Zoom calls with their workplace, with their family, or with their classroom. And so the new initiative, the new goal for multifamily communities and connectivity is synchronous connectivity. Give me a lot of bandwidth down and give me a lot of bandwidth up. That's what I need for modern applications. And the only way to achieve that is with a fiber optic connection to the property. So that's the business that we've gotten into, and that's the opportunity that I want to talk to you about today. Bringing fiber to the property. Some additional reasons why fiber is a good idea. First of all, it provides much higher performance. Typical circuits that we'll bring into a property or a neighborhood will be 2 gig, 6 gig, even 10 gig circuits, fully synchronized, dedicated for a property, right? Not off in some co-location facility being shared by multiple townships by a cable MSO. We bring the node to the property. It gets installed in the clubhouse, in a head-end location, and a very sophisticated enterprise-grade network is installed for that property. Okay. So performance is much higher. Latency is much lower. The cost structure is completely changed for the property because now we're buying in bulk, we're buying a wholesale product. So instead of every resident going out and spending $120 for high-speed internet and maybe a video application, the property can arrange for much better service, much faster service for $60 or $70, or maybe even less. Better cost structure for the owner-operator, much higher performance for the resident, and even a better deal for the resident. It's a win-win all the way around. From a business standpoint, the traditional model has business owners doing deals with multiple cable MSOs or telcos in their market so that residents have a choice of providers when they move in. They can contract their high-speed internet service with Service A, Service B, or Telco C. The new model suggests that if you can get a high-performance provider and also arrange for a service level agreement protecting your property and your residents, ensuring reliability, that's the way to go, okay? And on the retail model, traditional owner-operator economics calls for a 7 or 8% revenue share. So every time a customer pays a $100 bill, $7 or $8 is sent back to the owner-operator as a revenue share. And that's great. Owner-operators have been collecting that money now for at least a decade on these types of contracts. With a bulk model, the owner-operator takes ownership of that contract and now can buy a much higher speed service for $40 or $45 a door, right? Maybe they turn around and they offer that to their residents for $75. The resident's getting a great deal on a much higher performing service, and the owner-operators now is making a very handsome profit on each resident living quarters every single month. In fact, it's nearly 10 times. Here's an example of a property we outfitted with this technology last summer down in Houston. This is the Vic at Interpose. It's a brand new apartment concept in downtown Houston that's met with great success. And we deployed this bulk managed Wi-Fi with the owner-operators of the Vic. It was their first time doing this type of model, and it was a huge success, not just for the owners of the property, but the residents absolutely love it. This is an illustration that breaks down the cost comparison between the retail model and the bulk model. On the left, you see managed Wi-Fi, where in a typical month, in a typical size property, an owner-operator might take in $10,000. We call that NOI, net operating income. Well, that same property with a traditional deal from a local telco, using the traditional model that we have today, where every resident arranges for their own service one at a time, Well, that model yields $1,750 for that owner-operator, just a fraction of the revenue. And that's not even really the reason to do this. The reason to do this is resident experience, right? And it's not just high performance and speed, there's more to it. This is an example of what the structure of dish fiber and managed Wi-Fi look like. In a typical high-rise apartment, and this could also be applied to a garden-style apartment or a senior living facility, we'll bring that fiber optic circuit in from the street and we'll install a head end. We call it our MDF. And that head end takes that fiber circuit and feeds it into a rack of equipment that includes network switching equipment, cybersecurity firewall equipment, some video equipment that we'll talk about, some power backup equipment, and more. From there, we run a 10 gig backbone to IDF locations. So in a building like this one, every other floor has an electrical closet. We'll bring that 10 gig backbone to those electrical closets. In a garden-style apartment, we will trench and we will bring fiber optic connectivity 10 gigabits worth to every single building on the property. In a multifamily community, single-family home, we will bring the 10 gig backbone to every cul-de-sac or every street, in some cases to every home. From the IDF, then we run our home runs to every resident quarters. So at the Vic, for example, we ran fiber to the IDF and then we also ran fiber to the unit. In a lot of other properties, though, we'll run Cat 6 to the unit. Or in some properties where we're taking over a deal from another telco and there may be coax or other types of wiring in place, we'll use the wiring that's in place and save that owner-operator even more money. So dish fiber can run over fiber, category cable, or even coax. It's extremely flexible. From there, we run into the units where we install enterprise-grade access points. State-of-the-art, Wi-Fi 6 enabled, super high throughput, right? Very reliable equipment. Not similar in any way to the types of equipment that renters get when they contract with a local telco or local ISP. That is disposable equipment. It tends to be lower grade consumer equipment. It fails more often. It's meant to sit on the kitchen counter, and it just gets in the way and it gets broken. That's not what we're offering. We want enterprise grade, built into the unit, out of the way, and reliable. Well, managed Wi-Fi offers a lot of things to residents in addition to performance. And one of those is connected living applications. Well, we include one of those applications with dish fiber. It happens to be a video entertainment application, and we call it OnStream. And the way we do it is we take a great combination of the economics of a satellite TV bulk video program and combine that with the awesome delivery of streaming, which everybody likes and wants. And we put that together and we call it OnStream. And to enable that, we put a satellite dish on the roof of every community, just one. We send that signal down to our MDF head-end location, and we convert it to streaming. So that's the anatomy of a dish fiber install, and really any managed Wi-Fi install. This is a little bit about the cabling. We have a device we put in that main head-end location called a smart box. It's a red metal box, and it looks about the size of a microwave. And that device serves a lot of purposes on a managed Wi-Fi installation. And one of those is converting video from satellite to streaming with amazing economics for residents and owners. The orange lines you see on the page indicate fiber optic cable to our IDFs, where in most cases we convert to category cable and run that into the units, where we connect to access points, wired and wireless devices that residents bring in. One of the other great advantages of a managed Wi-Fi platform is that instead of access points on high-density apartment living competing with each other, creating noise and conflict and actually degrading the quality of the Wi-Fi for everyone in the building, our network works together. All access points combine to create a blanket of coverage that all residents can use. So instead of noise, we multiply the performance. And so in many cases, as I'm in my apartment and I'm over on the back wall of the second bedroom, I might actually have a stronger signal from my neighbor's access point, which is just on the other side of the sheetrock. than my own, which is in my living room 2 rooms away. And that's not a problem. Because with our shared key technology, I can attach to any access point on the property. As I walk down the hallway, I'm connecting and jumping from access point to access point, but I'm still on my network. As I get to the leasing office in the lobby, I'm still connected. I'm still connected in the gym and the pool deck, at the dog park, at the pickleball court, and even in the underground parking garage, I'm still connected. I never lose connection. That is a massive advantage for connected living applications, and residents absolutely love this type of service. And by the way, not possible with conventional retail-grade connectivity. A little bit more about OnStream. This is what it looks like. We take that streaming satellite signal, we can convert it to 24 streaming channels. We give residents an application they can run on their smart device, or their streaming device, or their smart TV. And it's got a traditional cable-looking guide for 24 super popular broadcast TV cable channels. But that experience is customized by the property. We've all checked into a hotel, probably a nice hotel. We turned on the display, and we're welcomed by a very customized graphical interface welcoming us to that particular property, talking about what's happening tonight down in the lobby, or what the special is at the local restaurant. Well, MDU operators want to do that kind of customization for their residents too, and they can with OnStream. We customize that experience for every property, and operators love it. It's a great way to form community and inform residents of what's going on. We also include a wonderful interface for streaming apps, because this is what residents want for entertainment. So when I search for content that's not available on traditional broadcast TV, OnStream will tell me the service that it's on. In this example, I'm searching for Ted Lasso, and my OnStream app tells me that that's on Apple TV+. Well, I happen to have that app, and I'm a subscriber, so OnStream will connect me directly to my content and start playing it. So now my property is not only providing me with gig speed internet and Wi-Fi, but an entertainment front end for all of my entertainment apps and live TV thrown into one with a great customized user interface. It's a wonderful example of a community-wide application made possible with managed Wi-Fi. Common areas also get a wonderful upgrade, blanketed with amazing Wi-Fi coverage that's not GuestNet, but it's my personal network. If I want to go up there and do my homework and print to my printer, as a resident, I can do that. If I want to access all my smart connected devices that are in my living unit, I can do that, but I'm still secure. My neighbors can't see my devices, and I can't see theirs. In addition, and this is an example, this is the pool deck at the Vic down in Houston. They've got OnStream running on a big direct LED display right outside the pool. The residents absolutely love it. So common areas get a great upgrade with this technology. We've done hundreds of these installations across the country. We've been doing this now for about 18 months across the US and about 3 years in Denver. And we've got hundreds of properties that deploying this technology. We're not the only ones doing bulk connectivity, but we consider ourselves a leader in this space. And we're certainly a leader in the connected video application piece of it, which we're finding our properties absolutely love. The good news is that for you, the integrator community, this is not just a good idea, but it's a profitable one. We will pay referral fees and finder's fees for any integrator that works with us to help secure a contract for Dish Fiber. And that's great news. But in addition to that, if you happen to like to work in these types of properties or neighborhoods, we would love to partner with you. We're not here to take work away from you. We're here to bring more work and profit to you. So if you're in the cabling business and system design business, we want to partner with you to deploy this technology with your clients and your contacts in your service area, in addition to paying you a finder's fee for helping us to secure a contract. I want to thank everybody for paying attention today. It's been my pleasure to talk to you about a great new opportunity for integrators in fiber optic network, managed Wi-Fi, and Dish Fiber. Thanks so much.